easy go.
Right guys, I thought I would do a quick upload, mainly because that new update came out, the Go Fast update. So we're just going to do a Nightfall speedrun, a solo speedrun. I feel as though it's a good one to do because it's all about speed. So what we're rocking is Striker double pulse nade top tree with Better Devils, Mananin, Coil, and I'll be using a rocket launcher later on, curtain call. That's my Striker set with all weapon reloader mods, arc mods, just things like that. In terms of this Nightfall, it's a very friendly, like a user-friendly Nightfall to do for speedrunning. If anyone's want to get into it, this is a good one to start on, 100%. Obviously, and as well, not only that, I'm doing this to compare to what I got a couple of months ago. A couple of months ago, I done this same Nightfall. It was slightly different because it had modifiers, it had momentum on, and whatever else that has on it. Someone wants to tell me, I can't remember. Momentum and something else. I got 1024 then, and that was on the old movement abilities. So I was wanting to see what I could get now and how it was different. Bear in mind, I'm not as good as I was then because I've stopped playing this game, but just trying to compare how do it. You can obviously spawn your Sparrow in the air like that, which just make this section considerably quicker. So yeah, the movement speed's been increased. That's the main thing I want to look at. I have had a look at other weapons, and I am happy with certain weapons and how they feel, but having said that, it's still Better Devils, Mananin for solo players doing things like this. That's still the true loadout. So it's better, but it's still not 100%. On this section, the last time I done it, when I got the 1024, there was momentum on, which meant that you could go down there, use coil, and be very aggressive. On this, you can't be as aggressive because it takes longer, or as for me, if I go down there, use coil, run around, use coil, because I'm not getting my health back quick enough, like you would on momentum, it's taking a lot longer. So it's actually quicker just to scout them all down from up here. Scout them all down, and then you can start coiling when it's less hectic. This was the fastest. This was actually the fastest for this segment. It was the quickest I'd ever done it actually. Coil him. Coil him. 215. That's the quickest I've had at that entrance on this week's. Now I know it's not prestige, but this isn't. Oh, how hard can you do the highest modifier on prestige, the score times multiply. This ain't that video. So if you want to start saying, oh well, the score, it ain't about the score, because if you want me to go and get whatever the going rate is, I don't know, I bet you could do it, just haven't been playing this game. So you can see that you can make that jump with Lion Rampant, so that makes that quicker. Lion Rampant's really good for speed runs that way. I apologise about the audio in the video. It's just I had my settings incorrect on it, so that's why that was. On this section, you need to kill 2 mages. I usually like to go right side first. I like to come to this little window here. I like to put a pulse nade there so the ads will sit in it, just so it clears it out just a little bit, because it is still dangerous going in there. Once it's cleared out a bit, I can go in there with my super. And that should finish that guy off. I have a lot of coil, so I can be really aggressive on this next major. Get the Sparrow there to avoid the big Colossus, and then just go in. Actually, that major was in a weird place. That's just RNG, that. He isn't always there. But luckily he pushed me. This is where I lose my time, and it's out of my control, really. The only other way to avoid it is just to basically kill him while you're in that building, and then he can't fly away like that. I reckon I've lost 10 seconds because of this, at least. It's not too much of a time waste. It is a little bit, but it was kind of out of my control. Sometimes it happens that. Hit the lift. I like to run through these just to. It is risky, but it's the risk that you take to gain time. I come over there first because the lift isn't always active. Well, it isn't active. You need to wait like 2 or 3 seconds before you can activate it. I like to come round here just to switch my rocket launcher because I don't want to be switching it later. I want to switch it right now. I have no need for coil anymore. So I'm going to need 6 rockets. I'm going to need 2 pulse nades for the boss. So I've got some pulse nade energy there. Just to ensure I have 2 pulse nades when I get in there. This section, you can just run around until it gets to 100%. There's no requirement to kill the ads, it's just a requirement just to survive. If you start killing all the ads, you'll start to spawn in Cabal meteors, and they'll kill you. They come on the outside where I am now, and that's where I like to run. Plus, I have no need for a super at the boss. I don't need it until the end for the way I'm doing it. So, not only that, with the baseline buff of super energy, I can just tell right away, because you can tell even more that there's a buff to the super energy when you're on your own, because you're the guy getting all the kills. And there's a massive difference with super energy, which is good. And if you combine that with masterworks, it's even more. You can sparrow through all of this right down to the boss. Just come through. Then there'll be 3 harpies at the bottom. One of them will be a major. It's important to kill him and make sure that the heavy brick doesn't fall off the map. If it falls off the map, the strategy's failed. So there's RNG with that. If he comes over to the middle like he is there, it's less chance of the heavy brick falling off to the right side. So for this first DPS phase, barricade as early as you can. Pre-pulse nade. Make sure you get all 6 rockets off. I actually hesitate a little there, but it's good enough. 1 bar of his health. Take it. Quickly switch to coil as quick as you can. Get that break and then switch back. I'm delaying my jump here because once you hit the floor, that's when the boss will spawn in. It won't spawn in before or anything. I was doing that, just delaying it from a barricade. I didn't have to delay it as much as that, mind. But the second phase, 1 pulse nade, 5 rockets. Make sure they all hit. So that's it, 2 bars. So 1 bar each phase. Now this has saved me a lot of time. It means that I skip a phase. Switch back to coil. So yeah, it means I skip a phase of ads on this section. It just speeds it up by a lot more. I like to shoulder charge the middle goblin just to get my double pulls back. And then you can just one-shot them all. And he'll start walking round, but he'll go back on himself, and when he starts to walk back on himself like that, then you know you've got the skip. I mean, I already knew I had the damage because of how much damage, but sometimes it's tight and it won't always work. I've done more than enough damage. We'll skip a phase of ads, and we'll be on to the last phase. Well, the last phase for us. We won't do the fanatic phase. He'll be dead before then. This is where the super comes in. For me, I didn't I've tried using it right away, and you don't have enough super to kill all the ads that spawn on this phase. So I like to clear out the goblins first, the ones that kind of walk towards you, then super, and I try to kill everything within this one super as quick as I can. I also got the coil drop while I was supering, so that saved me. That saved me some time. If I come over to here, the boss will be in a vulnerable place. He'll just stand there shooting at you. I can switch to my curtain, do a barricade, 1 nade, 5 rockets. Should finish him. And that's sub 10 minutes. So, summing that up, this Nightfall's technically longer to do than the one I done that I got 1024, which I'll link. That was technically an easier one to do because there's momentum on it. But I still got quicker. I got a quicker time by like 30 seconds, and I could have got 10 seconds knocked off that. Maybe even quicker. Maybe 9:30, I don't know. You can always improve upon runs, but that's the first time I've had sub 10 minutes. Anyways, so thank you for watching, people. Thank you.